Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out when it comes to signs of the heavens. We almost got hit. Planet Earth almost got hit. A huge asteroid comes within 300 miles of hitting Earth. And NASA only noticed after the close encounter. 300 miles. If this was Apophis, it would have been game over. 300 miles. This is not 300,000 or 300 million. See, what's the name? Interstellar. Interstellar is like 300 miles. Interstellar is like 300 miles away from Earth. And we're going to talk about this one here. All right. But this one here, this was 300 miles. And we're going to see what's going on with this one here, guys. And again, NASA, that's why NASA is asking, like, the people out there, to help. If you find something, a space rock, let them know. I guess you could name it too if you find this space rock. But they truly need the people's help because, again, it's a big galaxy. It's a big space, and you got all these space rocks just heading towards our region. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Thank you again for your support. Your support is what keeps us on air. Patreon today is going to be $5 a month to get the access. We go live on Patreon. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on this platform. That's another way to support the channel. Thank you so much for that, guys. And I really appreciate the super chat in the comments box. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so a small asteroid named 2025 TF zipped previously close to Earth on October the 1st, 2025, passing just 265 miles above Antarctica. Wow. Astonishingly, astronomers only detected this close encounter hours after it had already occurred, highlighting the challenges in tracking smaller near-Earth objects. Now, the asteroid, measuring approximately 9.5 feet, 3 meters in diameter, flew over the southern continent at exactly 1:47 BST time, coming closer to Earth's surface than the orbit of the International Space Station. So this wouldn't cause any Armageddon stuff. It wasn't that massive, but again, it's just a reminder that there is a lot of space rocks out there that NASA they can't catch all of them, but they're out there. So again, that's why they're asking everyone that has a telescope. We're talking about like very expensive ones. Telescope. If you find something, let them know. So it says here, despite the proximity equivalent to the altitude where satellites and the ISS operate, experts assure that there was no real threat to planet itself. Okay, so according to the European Space Agency, objects of the size rarely pose a significant threat. I just mentioned that it wouldn't cause any apocalyptic event. In a statement, the ESA explained objects of this size pose no significant danger. They can produce fireballs if they strike Earth's atmosphere and may result in the discovery of a small meteorite on the ground. Had 2025 TF collided with Earth, it would likely have burned up or exploded high in the atmosphere, sparing the surface from impact. I was thinking about there's a possibility it might have done the same thing what happened in Russia back in, I think, 2011. Remember that that meteor? I mean, you had windows shattered and cars alarm were blasting. That was a space rock. It wasn't big, and again, it wasn't that big, but yeah, that was a very concerning year. The detection came courtesy of the Catalina Sky Survey, which spotted the rock a few hours post flyby. Now, a subsequent observation by the ESA's Planetary Defense Office using the Las Cumbres Observatory in Australia refined the estimate of its size, trajectory, and precise closest approach time. The ESA praised the effort, noting that tracking down a meter scale object in the vast darkness of space at a time when its location is still uncertain. It is an impressive feat. Now, this observation helped astronomers determine the close approach distance and time given to above to such high precision. It says here why harmless to Earth, such an asteroid could have wrecked chaos, an orbiting spacecraft if it had crossed path with one. Fortunately, no satellites or the ISS were in its trajectory. I was thinking about that too, the satellite. Satellite would have gotten hit, that would have been a really big problem. Imagine no Facebook for like a year. So NASA's Center for Near-Earth Object Studies has since cataloged 2025 TF, predicting its next approach in 2087. Yeah, Lewis will be 103 years old. Alright, so 2087 at a much safer distance of about 3.7 million miles, well outside the threshold for concern. Now, this event underscores the broader landscape of near-Earth asteroids. As of October 4, 2025, astronomers have identified 39,585 near-Earth objects, NEAs, including 11,453 larger than 460 feet, 140 meters, and 877 exceeding 1 kilometer. Around 2,500 of these are deemed potentially hazardous, defined at those over 460 feet that could come within 4.65 million miles of Earth. However, 2025 TF falls far short of this category due to its diminutive size, which also made it elusive to pre-detection system. History offers sobering parallels. In 2013, this is the one, I think this is Russia, the meteor, a 66-foot, oh, okay, so this one was a lot bigger. All right, so this one was a lot bigger, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. So it was like 7 times bigger. All right, so the one that whizzed past our planet, that was 9 feet. This one here is 66 foot, so that's like 7 times bigger. All right, so exploded over Russia, releasing energy 30 times. Are you serious? 30 times of that of the Hiroshima bomb? Are you serious? Damaging thousands of buildings. Man. It went unnoticed because it approached from the sun's direction. Woo! More recently, in January 2024, a 6-foot asteroid was detected just 95 minutes before impacting near Berlin. These incidents reveal gaps in our planetary defense, particularly for smaller, harder to spot objects. Efforts to boost their defenses are underway. NASA Double Asteroid Redirection Test mission in 2022 successfully altered the orbit of the asteroid, I'm going to skip the name, by slamming a spacecraft into it, providing the kinetic impactor technique. Now, results from this test will be further analyzed by the ESAs. All right, so once again, currently, while NASA can't fully deflect a larger incoming asteroid, early detection allows for evacuations and mitigation strategies. It's crazy. I was watching the movie 2012 yesterday, and how everybody were evacuating and heading towards the ship because of the Earth crust. The center of the Earth was shifting. South, north, west, east was going crazy due to the solar flare, massive solar flare that the sun exploded this huge flare, which caused a shifting to our planet. All right, so again, but that's only a movie. But something like that could happen in real life. A massive, gigantic solar flare could really knock off the satellites, blackouts, nation. I mean, worldwide. We could see catastrophic events. All right, so we're gonna go with this next one. Mysterious interstellar visitor spotted above Mars appears as massive. Oh, I thought that was cylindrical. Excuse me. All right, so the mysterious interstellar visitor known as the Three-Eye Atlas has captured the attention of astronomers and, of course, conspiracy alike after passing close to Mars. New images from NASA's Perseverance rover on the Martian surface depict what appears to be a massive cylindrical object hurtling through space, fueling speculation about its true nature. All right, so you guys already know we talked about that picture a few days ago. Amazing signs of the heavens. Now, it's not a alien ship, and I know a lot of people was hoping for it to be like some kind of a spaceship, but it's not. It's just not. It's just a space rock. Again, Scripture tells us that, again, God created heaven and the earth, and God created the first living creature was animals, and then He created humans. Other than that, nowhere in Scripture does it mention that He created aliens and stuff like that. That's something that we came out with. But again, the only thing that the Bible speak of is, beside humans, is demons and fallen angels and stuff like that. It says here, while most scientists maintain it's a common, expert like Mr. Loeb and retired researcher Dr. Horace Drew have offered interviewing analysts that challenge convention explanation. Now, the object, first detected earlier this year, came within 18 million miles of Mars on October 3rd, 2025. Once again, you have those cameras out there capture stunning visual of Three-Eye Atlas as it zipped past the red planet, with some color enhanced images shared on social media revealed a peculiar green glow surrounding it. These images have led to widespread online discussions, with some users suggesting that the glow and shape indicates something artificial rather than natural. People need to remember that the heavens elements is massive, and there's so many things out there that human will never ever explore. I mean, will never get there. Even with all these robots or stuff, and they're putting in space, you will never get to that area because it wasn't meant for us to be there. But I do believe if we can make it there, God will send like signs of the heavens so we could see and witness with our eyes with cameras and stuff like that. This amazing space rock that came from another galaxy is just amazing. Once again, Loeb, a prominent Harvard astrophysicist known for his theories on extraterrestrial technology, examined the rover's photos by factoring in the object distance, speed, and the camera setting. In his initial assessment, Loeb suggested that cylindrical appearance might be an optical illusion. The apparent cylinder from the rover's navcam was likely caused by the camera stacking hundreds of images of Three-Eye Atlas over a period of about 10 minutes, making it look more like a log than a ball. Well, yeah, because I guess it was speeding and the camera just taking all that picture. A lot of pictures. He further noted that 3i Atlas is likely smaller and rounder, but still massive, with a potential diameter of more than 28 miles across. Now it says here Loeb expressed excitement about higher resolution images from another Mars instrument, the HiRISE camera on the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, which could provide clearer details. Now, these images are still being transmitted back to Earth and have not yet been released by NASA. Now, Mr. Loeb has long theorized that interstellar object like 3i Atlas could be probes from advanced civilization, drawing parallels in the 2017 visitor Oumuamua, which also exhibited an unusual cylindrical shape. This is just theory stuff. There's nothing to back this up. This is just man believing that this could be some kind of alien spaceship. There's nothing to back this up. This is not fact. This is just a theory. That's basically his own opinion. So contrasting Loeb cautions interpretation. Once again, you have Dr. Drew, a retired senior researcher from the Australia's Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, argued that the object future point to something engineered. So I guess they believe this thing is some kind of spaceship. It's just too, it's too good to be true. This thing is, it's not a space rock. It's built. And it's supposed to be round, but it looked like a log because of the camera, the rogue camera out there that we have in Mars. Give me a second here. Drew, who holds a PhD in chemistry, skip all that information, pointed to the green glow as evidence of a nickel coating similar to material used in human spacecraft. Yep. They believe that this is some kind of spacecraft. It is not a there you go. It is not a comet, Drew declared in a post on X. He added that an amateur astronomer telescope image from Earth showed the extended white shape with a green coma outside, not a small white ball, supporting his view that the cylindrical form is genuine and not a camera artifact. Now, Mr. Drew emphasized that earlier observations of 3i Atlas were from a head-on view and failed to capture its side profile, which the new Mars images have now revealed. He suggested that the green hue could result from the object being an interstellar spacecraft, noting that humans use the same practice on Earth-made space technology on a much smaller scale. The European Space Agency also observed 3i Atlas using its Mars Express and ExoMars trace gas orbiter, but processing the data could take days or weeks. As it says here, meanwhile, NASA has been unusually silent with a message to inquiries stating that agency is currently closed due to the lapse in the gov's funding, the shutdown. This lack of official commentary has amplified online theories of a cover-up. One ex-user, NASA shutdown is suspicious. The ESA delay is strange, but the Red Dragon silence when they have every geopolitical reason to publish and show off. It's the sign that something is happening behind closed doors. Another posted, all eyes are on 3i Atlas, but suddenly the silence is deafening. Alright, so that's where we at right now, guys. That is where we at. It's amazing that you have the Gulf shutdown happening at the same time NASA website shuts down when this thing arrived. Alright, so this is the latest updates when it comes to signs of the heavens. We are seeing a lot of it. It's not only wars, it's not only famines, it's not only pestilence, earthquake, volcanoes, but again, Scripture tells us that there will be great shaking happening in the heavens. Read 2 Peter chapter 3 when Peter speak about the heavens element, which is the universe and everything. All of it will be gone. It will disappear. It will be obliterated. There's going to be a loud sound that's going to destroy everything. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. At the very end, God will uncreate it. There is a new heaven and a new earth waiting for us, for only righteous dwell. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time later. Peace.